Good afternoon, welcome to my YouTube channel. Very windy in Durban today, hot and windy. Get blown away quite willingly. Another very interesting subject we often get asked as we journey along the spiritual path is karma. A lot of people say, oh, it's God's fault. This is what's happening to me is God's fault. Or they say, what's happening to me is karma. And it's such a loosely flung word that I thought I would just read to you today out of Spiritual Unfoldment 1 what White Eagle says about karma. Through the ages, enlightened students of religion have recognized karma as one of the laws governing man's life on earth. All life is governed by law, and if we can once establish firmly in our minds that the law is inescapable, it will help us to accept the lessons which face us all. Nevertheless, we would like to readjust the view which presents karma as a kind of punishment visiting upon man for his misdeeds. Man is told that God is love, yet he is compelled to witness the suffering of those he loves and to suffer himself. He feels indignation, resentment, bitterness at times when he sees a beloved relative or friend undergoing pain which he can do nothing to assuage, or sees a dear one die, seemingly at a time when life holds much promise. He naturally questions the love of God. As he looks across a world torn with bloodshed and suffering, a cry cries out from his heart of the man or of compassion. Where is God? And why does God permit this conflict and suffering? Beloved children, pause with us and think. In every life of God, in every moment of life, God is revealing beauty and love to the heart of man. There is not one of you who has not experienced on occasion a feeling of ecstasy and gratitude indescribable in words. The stirring in the depth of the soul may come while you're on some much enjoyable holiday, or after the passing of a cloud of sorrow. It may be experienced after a reconciliation, or perhaps in the coming of a beloved into your life. Here let us say that this human love is really an answer by God to an inward longing and searching for the ideal, for companion, for beauty, for God. It is the search for God which urges man to seek his mates. The reaching towards God which is all behind all nature. So God comes and speaks in man's heart, but man, not recognizing the voice of God, puts it down to nature. Nevertheless, all beauty, every emotion of joy and happiness is in very truth an expression of God through the physical organism. We all know the joy to be found in the companionship of a friend who is in harmony with us, and the joy which found comes from the expression through him or her, and through our own hearts of something beyond the confines of the human mind. The mind will never unveil God to man. God is found at a certain point on the road of experience. He speaks to man through his heart, and when that happens, man knows, and he will never again question the love of God. The man who has once become conscious of his sonship never again questions God's love. So we come at last to the supreme realization that God is love, and that everything manifesting on earth is an outcome of the love of God. Divine Mother, let us pause once again to create for ourselves an ideal of God. Prejudice prevents man today from accepting the idea of the mother aspect of God. Yet worship of the divine motherhood has existed since the beginning of time. All humans once loved a mother. A man's love for his wife, a mother of his children, is an inner voice urging him to see in the mother an expression of divinity. We would have you meditate sometimes upon the Divine Mother and bow before the ideal of a perfect mother love. Turn your thoughts to the mother aspect of God, the expression of all that is compassionate, warm and kindful, loving, understanding, remembering that the wise mother knows what is good for her child and does not fail in her duty. She will administer correction if need be, but with deep love. What has all this got to do with the outworking of karma? Everything, my brethren. It contains the kernel of the whole truth, for we would reveal karma, or the law of cause and effect, as a law created by divine love, not to punish man, but to help him to learn the truth. To the child, the very word lesson is often repugnant. So we will say that karma presents us with an opportunity to know God. All the experiences of your life come to bring you, in the end, the joy of God. Thus, we see that God is both mother and father to man, divine wisdom and divine love, as well as the divine power ever at work behind all forms in the manifestation of life, so that God's children, sparks of divine love, breathed forth from the heart of God, may learn to express the happiness which God knows and which God has placed as a seed within each soul. I'll leave you with those thoughts, and we'll continue tomorrow about the purpose of karma. I'll read that to you. Have a lovely afternoon, everyone.